आज प्रोग्राम का आगाज नाजरीन कल गुज़िश्ता रात क्योंकि अमेरिका के अंदर दिन था वाशिंगटन बेस्ड एक सीनियर एक्सपर्ट हैं मिलिट्री और इंटेलिजेंस के अंदर जो टैबट उनका नाम है उनसे हमारी बात हुई और बात हुई है इस बैकग्राउंड में शरीफुल्लाह जिसको यहाँ अफगानिस्तान बॉर्डर के ऊपर गिरफ्तार किया गया और उसके बाद उसको अमेरिका के हैंडओवर किया गया। और आपको पता है कि कपल ऑफ डेज बैक जब प्रेसिडेंट ट्रंप ने ये खबर अपनी कांग्रेस के सामने फोड़ी जब वहां पे उनका खिताब हो रहा था तो सारी कांग्रेस ने खड़े होकर तालियां बजाई। दोबारा भी अगर हम दिखा सकते हैं तो वो भी हैं। ये इंटेलिजेंस बेस्ड ऑपरेशन था। पाकिस्तान जो है हमें टिप दी गई और ये पाकिस्तान जो है लॉ इन्फोर्समेंट एजेंसीज इंटेलिजेंस एजेंसीज ने बड़ा एक कामयाब ऑपरेशन किया। जो टैबट से जो हमारी बात हुई वो इसके अंदर क्या कुछ उन्होंने बताया वो आपके सामने रखते हैं, फिर इसके ऊपर तफसील से बात करते हैं। When President Trump announced the arrest of Sharifullah, a senior Daesh leader, in front of the Congress, there was a huge round of applause. And the announcement was about the arrest of Sharifullah, who was involved, who actually planned the Abbey Gate bombing, in which 13 U.S. soldiers were killed. After this news was broke, there were certainly this news was all over the world. So today we have Joe Tabet, Washington-based senior expert in military intelligence. Mr. Joe, I just want to know what was the initial reaction of you when you hear this news, when President Trump broke this news to the Congress?
First of all, I would like to thank you for having me. What I can say is the big applause that we heard in the Congress when President Trump delivered his speech reflected really a good start of U.S.-Pakistan relationship. President Trump was honest when he said that Pakistan helped the Americans to capture this Mr. Jafar, who is really, based on the information that I collected from the intelligence community here in Washington and the State Department and the Department of Defense. Jafar was not a foot soldier, was not like a normal soldier. He was a high-ranking commander in the Islamic State Khorasan province. He plotted, he planned, he masterminded deadliest attacks, not only against American interests, even he masterminded attacks against Pakistani interests and even against the Afghani people. What I can summarize is this administration is looking in a positive way now towards working with Pakistan on multiple levels, especially counterterrorism. There is now, we can say, a kind of trust between the Trump team and the leadership in Islamabad. This trust would definitely lead to many issues, mainly that President Trump wants to take back the ammunitions and the American weapons that was left in Afghanistan after the withdrawal in 2021. And the Trump team believes that only Pakistan can help in letting the United States take back these weapons.
Certainly, when President Trump thanked the government of Pakistan, particularly like Prime Minister of Pakistan and Prime Minister of Pakistan also in response thanked President Trump for acknowledging our efforts in this great arrest. But my question is, since this news was broke, be it Pete Hegseth, Secretary of Defense, be it Michael Watts, National Security Advisor, be it CIA Chief, everybody is talking about this arrest. I just want to know, being a Pakistani, is it really a big thing, big catch, big fish, which being appreciated by the entire new U.S. administration?
No, I would say it is a big fish. It is a big achievement, not only to the United States, to the U.S. intelligence. It is an achievement to Pakistan, because without Pakistan, the United States wouldn't have been able to capture Jafar. Based on the information that I had, Jafar was his capture was the fruit, the results of a trustful and serious cooperation between the U.S. intelligence and the Pakistani intelligence. My information says that he was captured in mid-February at a certain point on the Afghanistan-Pakistan border. And all the information, all the news that said that Pakistan had Jafar for a long time, this is totally false, not true. It was a big fish. It was a big fish because Jafar is responsible of killing 13 members of the United States Marine Corps at the Abbey Gate in August 2021 at the Kabul airport. So I believe, based on my contact, my sources within the intelligence community, that during the course of the trial that began yesterday in Washington, we are going to see more layers of cooperation from Pakistan that led to the capture of Jafar.
Certainly, now the question arises after this successful operation. There are certainly comments we are hearing that this counterterrorism cooperation between U.S. and government of Pakistan in future is going to further strengthen. What do you say?
I agree with that because the cooperation will not be cornered only with some security operations or CT cooperations. I would say there are many levels of interest for President Trump in Pakistan. I want to mention one thing, that over the last few weeks we have seen many American delegations, high delegations in business and trade, going to Pakistan. I'll mention Gentry Beach, he is a very close friend to President Trump. He went to Pakistan, he met a lot of people, a lot of businessmen, and he finally signed an agreement, a multi-billion-dollar agreement in real estate in Pakistan. This is a symbol that the Trump administration is looking, allow me to say, is looking to do business with Islamabad. Is looking to work with Islamabad, resolve many issues in the region.
Joe, the next question which comes to my mind is that Pakistan, over the decades, had been a security partner with the U.S. As a frontline state. But after that catastrophic withdrawal of U.S. forces from Afghanistan, there was a lull, if I may say, as long as the counterterrorism cooperation and security-wise cooperation were concerned. So with this successful operation, we see, you can say, a major development between the security establishment between the two countries in terms of cooperation, counterterrorism cooperations.
We've always had good military relations with Pakistan. This goes decades ago, and definitely this operation would add a new layer to strengthen this relationship. Many believe that there are a lot of things, a lot of security things to be resolved. First of all, Trump team relies on Pakistan to stabilize Afghanistan. This is something that really is always bothering the Trump administration. Sometimes we hear some calls that Washington is not that happy by seeing Taliban in Kabul. So there are a lot of demands from the Trump side. And based on what we have seen over the last few days, I could say that we will notice, and we will witness a lot of work between the Trump administration and Islamabad. And I don't rule out, as an expert, I don't rule out a visit from senior American officials to Pakistan in a very short period.
So can we say there is a major shift in the narrative, when we talk about this, the Pakistan's proactive approach in terms of this counterterrorism operation and all that. So in future, we are going to see a major shift as far as this cooperation is concerned.
I would say the United States is already seeing a major shift from Pakistan. Let me point to the Chief of Staff of the Army, General Asim Munir, who visited UK. His visit was really a point of interest for many U.S. government agencies. And there is a sense here in Washington that Pakistan's approach towards not the UK, but towards the West, towards the United States, is changing. It's changing towards more cooperation, more collaboration. So definitely the narrative has changed. And as I told you, Trump is a businessman. If he can fulfill his targets with Pakistan, we will see a lot of business. When I say business, I would say a lot of cooperation between the White House and Islamabad.
There are still many who view this arrest as just another arrest, and they are of the view that with the passage of time, things will move on, and maybe the relationship between U.S. and Pakistan would be, put on the back burner. So, do you see this thing happening, or you see Pakistan emerging as a major regional security stabilizer in coming months and years?
I will definitely say that this is not something that is going to disappear in a few days. The question why? Because the intelligence community here in the United States and the Trump team believe that Jafar was not a normal or a regular soldier in the ISKP. He was a high-ranking commander, and he was a mastermind of many attacks. So the United States will be dealing with him on a long term. The United States will definitely dig in to get to more information. And as of now, ISKP is one of the biggest threats to the United States' interests in the region.
So, if I have understood you correctly, Mr. Joe, you are saying this operation, this arrest of Sharifullah Jafar, and now definitely he is being tried. He will be tried inside the U.S. So, taking from here this arrest, and considering whatever is happening in Afghanistan, and certainly you see Pakistan's role, being strengthened when it comes to the whatever is U.S. going to decide about the Middle East and about Afghanistan?
Absolutely, especially with the whole East Asia, and also let's mention India. So that's why Washington is open for cooperation with Islamabad.
Thank you very much, Mr. Joe Tabet, for sharing your thoughts on this, I must say, historical achievement in which Pakistani law enforcement agencies, after having the step from the U.S. intelligence sources, successfully captured Mr. Sharifullah and handed over him to U.S. authorities. And coming weeks, we'll be again talking to you on this very issue. Thank you very much, Mr. Joe, for spending time for us. Thank you very much. नाज़रीन, आपने जो टैबट को सुना, वो दो तीन जो बातों के ऊपर बड़ा जोर दे रहे हैं, वो ये कि इस ऑपरेशन के बाद एक तो ये है कि मजीद मुस्तहकम होगा जो पाक अमेरिका के ताल्लुकात है, ख़ास तौर पर दहशत गर्दी के खिलाफ जो हमारा जो कोलिशन है, कॉपरेशन है, वो मजीद स्ट्रेंथन होगा। इस खिते के अंदर पाकिस्तान की हमेशा से अहमियत तो है ही, मजीद जो हमारा किरदार है उभर कर सामने आएगा। कुछ लोगों का ये ख्याल था कि शायद पाकिस्तान अब जो है ना इंटरनेशनल अफेयर्स के अंदर हम अब एक नुक्ते की तौर पर रह गए हैं, हमारी अहमियत ख़त्म हो गई है। तो जो टैबट से जब मैंने पूछा तो उन्होंने बताया कि वो सारी बातें किस्सा पारीना हैं। मुस्तकबिल के अंदर जो कुछ भी होगा अफगानिस्तान के हवाले से, ओवरऑल मिडल ईस्ट के हवाले से, جو فیوچر کی یہ پالیسی بنے گی، جو ایک میجر ہمیں شفٹ دیکھنے میں نظر آ رہا ہے نیریٹو کے اندر، امریکہ کے جو پاور کوریڈورز میں، وہ بہت بڑا واضح ہے، وہ پاکستان کے حق میں جا رہی ہیں ساری کی ساری چیزیں. اور اس آپریشن کے بعد باقی جو ڈیفرنٹ ایونیوز ہیں پاکستان اور امریکہ کے درمیان، جس میں تجارت کا معاملہ ہے اور ڈیفرنٹ جو سیکٹرز کے اندر کوآپریشن ہے، وہ مزید بڑھے گا.